Yo, what is up everyone? How's it going? And welcome back to Get Jacked here in Ark Survival Evolved. Now, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be going out, we're going to be testing out 5 pretty awesome carnivores here in a countdown type deal. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be kind of taking them out to Carno Island. A few of them, we'll be testing out the mechanics that go into them. Now, these are kind of unique dinosaurs. They might not be necessarily the best, but they're definitely really fun to use and really potent to kind of attack things with. So it should be pretty fun to kind of take them out, test them out, see what's going on. I'll get into their base damage and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. Let's get into number 5. Alright, so here we go with the Sarco. Now, this is a really sweet dinosaur. If you've never used it, it's probably one of the coolest ones to go in and out of water with, you know, if you don't have a Spinosaurus, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, as you can see, we can attack sharks. Look at how dominant this thing is. Oh my gosh, this manta ray is going to annoy the crap out of us. Alright, so let's attack this shark. We'll see how oh my gosh, you see how the attack, now this is the kind of the unfortunate part about these guys, is their turn radius is horrible. Now in the water, their turn radius is actually much better, so it's not too bad. But if you take a look up at the oxygen bar for this guy, you're gonna notice that there isn't one. Now that's why this guy's just super useful. He's kind of like the turtle, or the like slower, more stupid version of the Spino, but I mean it's useful and he's really quick in the water. So let's go on land. Alright, so here we are. I found us an alpha. It's an alpha raptor, and it's only level 16, so it's not too crazy. Now I've been fighting it for a little bit, so my damage, or my health is down, but I'm just going to kind of show you. Now the Sarco can take, what is this guy doing? I mean, anything can kill a raptor if it's kind of stuck at a rock, but this thing is strong enough to kill a raptor. Now the base damage on the Sarco is 35, which is comparable to the Carno. The Carno's base damage is 35 as well, but these guys are a little bit more difficult to use because their attack speed is going to be a little bit slower, and they're going to have a really goofy attack animation and turning radius. But besides all of that, just for being able to go in and out of the water and be super dominant on land as well, I mean, they're not like the most crazy dominant thing, but check it out. We did kill an alpha raptor, so I mean, couldn't be too bad. So if you take one of these out, I think it could defend you pretty well. Now, as you can see, the land movement speed is pretty high, and the water one is even higher, and that's what really makes these guys really useful. So, oh my god, wow. Oh wow, we actually got some good stuff here. We got a Mastercraft metal pick. That's nice. But anyway, overall, the Sarco is pretty good on land. It's really good in water because it doesn't have the oxygen bar, and it has very low stamina drop in the water. That's why I've kind of thrown him in here, but why don't we move on to number 4. Okay, so here we are with the Arthropleura. Now, these ones are a really cool dinosaur. Now, I'm kind of going to show you how they work on this Brontosaurus here. I don't know if they're actually going to kill it that quickly, but the reason that they're in here is because of their unique kind of abilities that they can use and how strong they are versus players. Now, they are really strong versus players because their attacks deal enough torpor to knock you out after a few bites, as well as their ranged attacks dealing that acid burning armor nastiness attack. So that's pretty cool. I like it. But I'm gonna see if I can get him, yeah, come over here. Let's let him on passive so he follows me, and we're gonna get him into the range of these two. Now, as you can see, the two over to the left of us are not firing. They're not even coming up to attack. That's because I've thrown them on auto turret mode. Now they can go into the turret mode where they actually shoot with their ranged attack and do all that kind of stuff. So that's what kind of makes these guys unique. They not only have torpor increasing attacks, they have armor reducing attacks, but they also can be set up as turrets. So let's continue to shoot these guys, and as you can see, I can shoot pretty effectively from a range distance on this Bronto. Now I shot that other Bronto from across the river. I don't know why the shot just ended up arcing over the top of the river and hitting him on the other side. So I don't know what's up with it. Sometimes they have like this ridiculously far attack range on their range shots, so it can get pretty crazy. These Arthros are holding their own against them. they're not doing too bad. They've only got like 1,500 health each, so they're holding up. They're doing okay. But anyway, like I was kind of talking about before, the main attack, the tranquilizer attack, is gonna deal 3 times the torpor that your base attack does. So that's what that's gonna be doing to these guys, as well as players. So that's really cool. The acid attack is going to reduce the durability of the armor that the target has by 35x. So that's crazy. It's a big drop, and it can really destroy armor. So these things are pretty destructive and awesome. So that's why they're in the countdown. So now let's move on to number 3. Alright, so here we are, number 3, the dire bear. Check out this bad boy. Now, he's got 2 attacks. One of them is going to be this nice little bite where he chomps on his little saddle, and then the other one's this little slap attack where you punch him in the face, which is really cool. I think it's pretty funny, and it deals quite a bit of damage. Like, these guys are really strong, and they're probably one of the more strong dinosaurs in the game. I really like them. But anyway, you've got the charge, obviously. As you can see, we're charging up to speed. Now, we're going to charge into this group and see how much carnage we can cause. Let's see here. Alright, so let's take out these birds. Birds are nothing. Argents, you're nothing. And then we've got, let's see here, saber. We've got, yeah, everything's going to be killed by this. This is ridiculous. So, the dire bear is really strong. They're actually found in quite a few places on the map, so they're pretty easy to find as well. Now, you can force feed them berries, and you can force feed them meat. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on with these guys, along with them being probably one of the best melee or walking movement dinosaurs. Alright, so we're rolling up on a T-Rex right here. We'll kind of slap him around, just punch him a few times. Now, this is going to do quite a bit of damage. Like, the attacks on the dire bear actually are 50, it's 50 base damage, basically, which is the same as the T-Rex, I do believe. So, these ones are really similar in actual damage output, so I was able to take him out really easily. Now, as you can see, my health is depleting a little bit because these guys don't have a crazy health pool. You can only get, you know, a couple thousand health in them if you buff all of your levels into it. So it's actually a lot more useful to maybe buff melee damage or something like that, because the health it doesn't increase by very much. But they are pretty awesome nonetheless. And even with the low health, they can take out things. Because look at the attack speed. Even though I have the same base damage as this T-Rex right here, his attack speed is way slow. I'm getting in like 4 hits over his just, you know, 1 at a time. So it's really nice. Okay, we killed the Argent. Where was that Argent? Is it an invisible Argent? I didn't even see that. Where did it die? Oh, he must have just been eaten instantly. Alright, so we killed our T-Rex level 40. This wasn't a too crazy level dire wolf. I mean, I've been taming it or buffing it up, getting a ton of levels into it and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what we've got over here. Oh, we've got a Carno. So I figured, I mean, Carno Island is, you know, the most dangerous place to find stuff. So this is where we're gonna, okay, we got a whole little battle here. Let's see if we can kill all this stuff. As you can see, my health is really low from all these battles. So let's see if we can actually kill this. Oh man, we're gonna get it. This is gonna be close. Okay. We actually barely made it right there, but we actually made it through the most dangerous parts of Carno Island. Look at him, he's all bloody, tore up, but I think he did his job pretty dang efficiently. So anyway, let's get into number 2 here in the countdown. Alright, so number 2 is the terror birds. Now the terror birds are amazing, and if you haven't tamed up an army of these little guys, you need to right now. Go tame them up because they're awesome. Like, check this out. Okay, so we just took our dire bear, which does quite a bit of damage. He's a pretty strong dinosaur. We took him through here, and now we'll take our terror birds. Look at how cool the one I'm riding it looks, by the way. His colors are so cool. See if this last one can catch up. Now, the AI on these is actually, when they're following around, is actually quite a bit better than the other dinosaurs. Or the other pack dinosaurs that I've used, like raptors or saber-tooths and stuff like that. These ones just seem to follow a lot better. So, I'm jumping on this one. Let's see how much carnage we could cause with these guys. So let's see here. Is this T-Rex already a little bit bloody? Maybe a little bloody. So, obviously, as you can see, they just rip through everything. Like, okay, done, goodbye. And, like, these Argents are being eaten before they even hit the floor. Okay, we took care of them. Perfect. Alright, so we took out a nice little bunch of stuff right there. Let's see if we can find some other stuff going on here. I don't think Carno Island's going to have enough stuff for these guys. These are really strong dinosaurs. So their base damage is actually 16, which isn't that high. But once you get a bunch of them together and you factor in how quickly their attack speed is. Their attack speed is somewhat similar to like a pterodon. If you've ever used a pterodon, those get to attack really, really quickly, and that kind of makes up for their weak attacks. But anyway, we've got, let's see here. Oh, we've got a saber too. Let's just take this guy out. Let's just whistle those guys on. As you can see, I can whistle attack my target, and they'll just rip everything up. And it's kind of weird. I don't know if there's something else going on there or something, but they just seem to do a lot of damage compared to how low their like base damage is. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, it's really cool. You can fly into battles. You can just hop and fly around. I mean, there's nothing else you can do that with. This is a really unique dinosaur in that aspect, and I think it's really cool. So it's been really fun to take these out and really play around with them. Make sure that once you tame them, you get a couple levels on them, though, because they start out with, like, I don't know, average, even on some of these higher level ones, only around 600 to 900 health. So you want to make sure that you buff that up to at least, like, 1500 or so things aren't killing them before they have time to kill it. But let's see here. Let's whistle them all onto the T-Rex. Look at them go. They're just so fast. It's so funny to watch. And we'll just float our way in, kill that Argent. Okay, so we'll take care of this T-Rex. Look at that. Like, they just annihilated that guy. Wasn't even a problem at all. Scorpion, why? Why would you even think that would be a good idea? But anyway, it's about time. Why don't we get into number 1? Alright, so here we are, everyone, with number 1. And it's kind of like, I don't know, you gotta go with the Spinosaurus. The Spinosaurus is just an amazing dinosaur. This thing is crazy strong, crazy efficient. It's fast. It's got a good attack speed. It can swim really well. It's just got a lot going on for it, which is really awesome. So as you can see, we're on Carno Island, and it's not even a problem. He's just killing birds out of the air. Things are just dying just left and right. Like, it does it, like, none of this can even stand a chance. That Carno was level 108. That's crazy, actually. That was a really good Carno. But anyway, as you can see, he can just pretty much rip through anything, no problem. Now, like the Sarco, you're going to find that the stamina down in the water is going to decrease a lot slower than normal. But the one thing that you're going to see in here is that, well, I'm going to put my point into health, but he actually does have an oxygen bar, unlike the Sarco, that he doesn't. So you do have to make sure that you aren't staying down too long where this guy's going to die. But if you don't have a scuba suit on, your Spinosaurus is going to be fine. He's going to last a lot longer than you are. I don't have a scuba suit on now, but what we're going to do is I'll show you. Check it out. Oh my god. That was pretty easy to find these, actually. Look at this. We've got, what, we got 2 plesios and we've got a mosasaur. I didn't think anything on Carno Island was going to be strong enough to actually fight, so let's take out a freaking mosasaur. So we're going to see how this goes. We'll see if this Spinosaurus can take out this mosasaur while the 2 plesiosaurs circle around and hopefully don't do too much damage. It looks like I'm gonna have to surface because I didn't bring a scuba tank and I don't really want to drown, so I'm gonna have to surface one time. We'll be right back probably in a second when I've come back to this fight, so we'll be right back. We're gonna attack these guys. Alright, this is as good as gets. Spinosaurus versus Mosasaur. This is sweet. Now, the Spinosaurus doesn't have as much health as, say, like the T-Rex because it just doesn't gain as many points per, point that you put into it. So, it's not that crazy of a tank, but its attack damage and strength is so much higher. Look at this. Oh my gosh, Plesio down. That Plesio is done for. I am really injured because I've been kind of drowning a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too bad. But anyway, let's circle around back to this guy. The turning radius. Come on. Let's get to him. The Mosasaurus turning radius is way worse. And, okay, we killed the other Plesio. Can he do it? He did it. Oh my gosh, we killed the Mosasaur with a Spino. That is amazing. And that's why this guy is number 1. So, that's where we're going to stop for today. If you liked the video, definitely hit that thumbs up and or subscribe to the channel for more content. Otherwise, have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time.